page.
All right, well, go back into it, baby. It says I'm live now.
Okay, let me refresh. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna freeze. I wanted an ad. Hold on. Okay.
Am I good? Yeah, just let me know if my audio is good.
It's good.
Okay, perfect.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
I hear it.
Awesome. Let me see what I can do here. All right, perfect. Awesome. Thank you, baby. All right, I'll call you after. Bye-bye. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to make sure my audio was working. This is the first ever time we're doing a live stream, so just gotta make sure it's working all right. Go, Pat, go. What's going on, guys? We got Mouse VR. We got Noah N. How y'all doing? So we got some topics to cover tonight. Yeah, first live. Let's get right into it. Simple as that. So first off, I just want to make sure you guys comment. Let me know your thoughts about the NFL right now. We're talking about the NFC playoff race, the Packers' remaining schedule, and some other things we got popping up this season. So, yeah, let's get right into this now. We got the NFC playoff race. So currently, the number one seed, man, you hate to see it. All right, we're skipping this. This is making me mad. What the? This is not what we wanted. Nope. All right, so top of the schedule we have, or top of the NFC, we have the Detroit Lions 12-2. Yeah, they're looking scary. I'm not going to lie, guys. We honestly should have beaten them twice. Like the first time at Lambeau, we'll give them that game, honestly. We played like dog water. But that last game in Detroit, we're Packer fans. We don't want to complain about the refs and all that stuff. But, hey, if I had to say something, that last game was jank. That was rigged. We should have definitely won that game. But it is what it is. The Lions turned their poverty franchise around after like a million years. So they can enjoy the bright light for a little bit. So they're in the one seed at 12-2. Right behind them, though, is the Philadelphia Eagles 12-2. I mean, Philly, they're pretty one-sided realistically. Like, yes, A.J. Brown did have a good game this past week when their entire year has been based off of Saquon and running the ball. And their defense is pretty good. Like, honestly, I thought the Steelers would have put up more of a fight. They would have made Philadelphia's offense struggle a little bit more. Philadelphia didn't have a problem. They did what they had to do, and they whooped and exposed the Steelers. And that's not good for us, though, as Packer fans, because we don't want to go to somewhere like Philly or Detroit. We want to stay away from that 7th seed. Simple as that. But speaking of other seeds, Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 3rd seed, 8-6. That division is super weird. At first, it looked like the Falcons were going to run away with the division. And Kirk Cousins, well, Achilles, I was going to say, oh, he didn't have no new games. That's why, because he wins new games is the joke. But it just doesn't look like Kirk this year. I was hoping, or I was expecting Atlanta to be way better with Bijan. They got a great receiving core with Drake London. They got Kyle Pitts. But they just have not been able to put it all together, especially on the offensive side. So, but the Buccaneers, they made a comeback. Like, this offense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is crazy. Mike Evans, unfortunately, Chris Godwin, it doesn't look like he'll return the rest of the year. But they got some playmakers on this Tampa team. Baker Mayfield, he looks great on the team. And they're a tough team, especially when you get them down south in Florida, their territory. They're starting to play a lot better and more consistent. Mike Evans is about to have his 11th straight 1,000-yard season. 1,000-yard season, 11 straight for Mike Evans. Like, talk about consistency. That is consistency to the max. That's incredible. And then you got the Rams in the 4-hole for the NFC West after we took out Seattle, and Seattle would have been first place if we would have lost to them. But the Rams, just like that, and they got a good offense too. They got Puka, they got Cooper Kupp. Kyron Williams. I mean, they're rolling. There's a lot of really good offenses in the NFC. So it should be really fun to see how this goes in the playoffs. It could literally go anyway, but we'll see. But let me quick check back in the comments. I got the Packers versus the Bills Super Bowl. Hey, I hope the Packers make it there, and I could definitely see Buffalo being there. I mean, Josh Allen, my honest opinion, easy MVP. Easy MVP, no doubt. Lamar, I mean, Lamar's doing great, but, like, he's not – look at his team, where they're at. They're not in the first place. And they're not – even if they were in first place, they're not the number 1 seed or 2. They're 3. So I wouldn't even give Lamar that much credit. He's a great quarterback, but he's not MVP. Jared Goff. Goff's been playing great. I hit the lines, but it's not Goff. That's for sure. Packers aren't making the Super Bowl. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if the Packers. I don't know. Yeah, that's real. It's interesting. Like, I remember at the beginning of the year, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be the Texans, Packers. Texans, look what happened to them. As soon as they got a few injuries, their offense completely struggled, and then they couldn't pick up the blitz. Now the Texans are totally out of the Super Bowl conversation, which is crazy. How at the beginning everyone thought it was going to be that scenario. So really weird to see how these stories kind of change. Packers are good, but not great. Yep. 49ers suck. The 49ers, that whole team of this year should be studied. You paid Debo a lot of money the year before. You paid Ayuk, then tears his ACL. McCaffrey had a great year last year. What happens? Achilles problem all year, then gets hurt again. It's crazy. Like, they have so much talent, but I think the age is finally catching up to the 49ers, where, a few injuries, that's your whole team. And then who are you going to really play with? They have a lot of depth, but they've been spread thin a lot this year. The 49ers have struggled. Do you think Tampa would be tougher versus if we do have to travel to Washington in the playoffs? Honestly, where I want to travel to, man, we'll save that one. We'll save that one. That's an interesting way to look at that. I've thought about this a lot. All these teams are very good. Like, I don't want to go anywhere and see any of them. But if you look at the track record, we did go to LA this year. We beat the Rams, but they didn't have Cooper. I don't know if they had Puka. They might have had Puka, but they definitely weren't as healthy as they were now. So that's a whole different story. Buccaneers, yee. I would not want to see Tampa. I would not want to see Philadelphia either. I'd rather have Philly take the 1 seed, Lions take the 2, and either we go to the Rams or Detroit. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking differently. I don't know what you guys think about that one. Would Aaron Rodgers entertain the idea of going to San Fran? No way. They got Brock Purdy. There's no way. They got to pay him, keep him long-term wise. They don't want to jeopardize anything short for an old Aaron Rodgers. Maybe if it was this, like, if this was like 2020, maybe the 49ers would have gambled on him, but no way now. Out of the track record with the Jets this year, no. Even though he's playing good ball. A lot of people are hating on Aaron Rodgers, but he is literally about to break a few franchise record for the Jets this year. So, yeah, that's Rodgers at 40 years old, damn near, breaking franchise records, but is what it is. It's the Jets, though, so we'll see. They didn't have Puka or Cup. Yep, okay, so, yeah. That's what I kind of figured. I knew they didn't have Cup for sure, but I wasn't too sure if they had Puka. Jameson, how you doing, brother? But let's get right back into it. So, at the 5 seed, we have the Minnesota Vikings. They're at 12-2. Same record as the Lions. Like, the Lions are honestly going to win the division. Like, let's be honest. They're just too good. The Vikings haven't played anyone good besides us. And we played like dog water in the first half. We played great in the second half, which we almost won that game. So, I expect to go to Minnesota and win. We're in the 6 hole at 10-4. Respectable 10-4 is what it is. And then you got Washington 7th hole, or the last seed at 9-5, which they've kind of fizzled out as of recent somewhat. They had a great win this past weekend, though, over the Saints. Barely won. You got Seattle in the 8, Atlanta 9, Cardinals 10. And then San Fran, Cowboys, and New Orleans are still in it somehow. So, yeah. I think the NFC playoff picture is pretty much locked up. I mean, unless Washington, like, they play the Eagles. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a good game. Eagles probably should win, but it is in Washington, and I feel like Washington could make a statement win. Why not? And Seattle, Jin was hurt. They got to play the Vikings. They got to play the Rams the last week. There's some great teams they got to play in order to get into the playoffs. And at that point, forget the 7th seed. You're kind of going for the division, but you got the Cardinals on your tail at 7-7. San Fran 6-8, But realistically, this is the Rams' division to lose. Lions are going to lock up the division. Philly's going to lock up the division. I expect Tampa to lock up the NFC South. Atlanta's not going to do squat. They're done. The Rams are going to lock up the division. They're healthy. Their offense is popping. Any other team in the NFC West is struggling offensively. So, and then Vikings, Packers, they already got that locked up. They don't have too many hard schedules left. And then Washington. Come on. I think the playoff picture is set. Now it just determines seeding. Are we going to be the 5th, 7th, 6th? I think we'll probably be the 5th. I see us being all right. Let me get ahead of I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. I'm getting excited right now talking about the playoffs. All right, hold up. Who is the most dangerous team in the NFC? What team do you not want to see, guys? If I'm looking at these teams, I'm looking at just thinking about it. If we are on the road, who do you not want to see at all? So I'm looking at these teams. Commanders, we could stop them. Minnesota, come on now. Child, please. The Rams. I mean, the Rams got a good offense. Matthew Stafford, great, experienced veteran quarterback. Super Bowl winner. Baker Mayfield in Tampa. I mean, honestly, if I'm thinking about it, guys, I do not want to go to Detroit. If I'm being honest, I know I said we could beat them earlier if we went there again, but I do not like going to Detroit. They put up a lot of points, bro. A lot of points. And at this point, it's like damn near you just got to outscore them. That's all you got to do is outscore the Lions to beat them. The Bills did that. They had to put up 48 to do it, though. If that's what it takes, then yeah, but there's got to be some defensive stops if we do that. But I do not want to see Detroit. All right, I'm going to see what you guys said about this now. Can the Pack get the 2 seed for the North? I think the division is pretty much wrapped up unless, Lions lose a few extra games, but they don't play too many hard teams. I think Green Bay wins. Chance to go back. Yeah, chance to go back to Detroit. Ooh, do we want to go back? Oh, Kirk Cousins is an all-time bag getter. That's all I got to say. All-time bag getter, 1,000,000%. Sam Darnold, I mean, he's been playing great ball. You can't discredit Sam Darnold. That's for sure. He's been playing great, but we'll see. Do you feel the Packers are peaking too early? No, I really don't. I think we're not peaking at all. We're just getting better. We got Coop back. He had his first game back. Defensive Player of the Week. Think about that. His first game back. And we still got to get Ja back. We still got to get Luke Musgrave back. There's still a lot of key pieces out there that we don't have. So we got to get back more guys. And we will be, once we get healthy, I'll just say, then we can judge this team a lot more. Simple as that. Yeah, Philly. Yeah, Philly. Philly's a good one. I was going to say Philly. That was the second option for me. The only thing I don't like about Philly is that they really rely on Saquon for a lot, and Jalen's been playing shaky ball. Jalen has been playing shaky ball at certain times of this season. Cannot deny that one. We can beat Minnesota, Washington, Tampa, LA, and even Detroit. It's Philadelphia. Yep. Yeah. We did have a touchdown stall from us, man. Hey, it was even worse because that was fantasy points for me, and if I would have had that touchdown, I would have lost. So, yeah, I feel that one. I would love to buy you a drink. Hey, I think it's Pang Yang. Hey, hopefully I pronounced that right, but hit me up, YG, on Instagram. We'll talk. Love to get you out to a Packer game. But let's get right back into it. So we got the Packers now. 3 games left for the year. Saints, Monday night. Who's the quarterback? Probably going to be Spencer Rattler. Derek Carr, still battling concussion. Yeah. I mean, he played good. He played better than Jake Henson. Jake Henson got benched, and Spencer Rattler filled in, and they actually had a spark. They almost came back and beat Washington, who had a big lead at halftime, blew that real quick. But this Saints team, I mean, they're banged up. Taysom Hill gone for the year. Kamara, he's banged up. We'll see if he plays Monday night. But, I mean, either way, we got to go in there. We got to dominate. We got to do what we got to do. I think it's going to be a big running game to Josh Jacobs, to Emmanuel Wilson, Christian Brooks. He'll get some reps. I think they'll just kind of give the guys a lighter night. Like, we're not playing a really good run defense. They just allowed 137 rushing yards last week to Washington. And, I mean, Josh Jacobs has been a beast all year long. So I think they're just going to run the ball on him, not do anything too crazy, save everything for Vikings game. And then defensively for the Saints game, we just got to get the rush on. I expected a lot of sacks because their offensive line is not that good, and they've been struggling. A lot of injuries. This whole team is just filled with injuries, so we'll just see. But I expect the offense to go in there, put up what I said. I said 24-13. I don't know. I don't think they'll break out. I think they'll kind of just have a slump night because they're expecting to win so much that they don't win that much. And we'll just win by, 11 instead of like 30, but is what it is. Will Kansas City ever three-peat? No. Patty Mahomes hurt? No. No. They will not put up enough points as the Buffalo Bills. No way. No way in shot unless the refs are cheating. So that's about it. Possible snow? Yeah, don't remind me. I got to drive up there and be in there, so I hate driving the snow. I'll just say that, guys. Green Bay is getting healthy and hot at the right time. No, I totally agree, Joe Nuts. I totally agree. They are. So it's perfect timing with that. Then following weekend, week 17, we go to the Vikings noon game. It's going to be loud. It's going to be tough, but expect a big run game. Just let Josh eat. They might. I don't know. It's tough because how do you use Josh right now at this point in the season? Playoffs are coming up soon. You're not getting a bye. Josh is going to have to play for 3 straight weeks, the wild card week, advanced divisional week, advanced championship week. So do we conserve Josh Jacobs? That's the real question. Do we conserve Josh Jacobs, or do we just let him run rampant the whole entire rest of the season? What do you guys think about that one? Do we let Josh Jacobs run rampant the rest of the season, or do we conserve him and save him for the playoffs? We shouldn't give him a workload these last 3 weeks. That's what Joe says. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough, man. If you're betting on it, I'm definitely saying don't bet the over on 20-plus carries. He's going to be under 20 for sure, especially next week. I bet they run the ball with Emmanuel Wilson and Christian Brooks a lot more. Simple as that one. But Vikings game, Minnesota got a pretty good run defense. Yeah. We'll see what they want to do with that one. Minnesota, yeah, they're an interesting story. They are very interesting. Are they real? Is Minnesota real? They have not played too many good teams except the Lions, which they've lost to, and then obviously played us once. But who else have they played that's legitimate? I don't know. There's not too many teams that the Vikings have played that are legitimate and beaten besides, the Packers. That's literally it, and they got lucky because we sucked in the first half. Joe thinks Sam Darnold crumbles in the playoffs. I mean, where's he going? If Minnesota goes to the Rams or the Buccaneers, they're going to fall apart. They're going to whoop them. They are going to whoop them. And then the last week, we got the Bears game. Psh. Michael, I got you. I said 24-13. Pack on top. But Bears week, man, do we even have to talk about the Bears week, guys? Like, it's the Bears. Come on. It's the Bears. So, do we even talk about the Bears? Like, we're going to win. They play okay. Why would you draft Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze and keep Matt Eberflus? Why would you keep Matt Eberflus? The owner, the Bears, man, the reason why they lose is because the owners. See, people always dog about the Packers for not having an owner. It might be the best thing in the NFL that we don't have an owner. Let me know, chat. You guys think it's great that we actually don't have an owner, and that's actually a real advantage? You look at the Cowboys with Jerry Jones. Let people do tours through the locker room, checking out the players practice. That's your owner. Okay. What about the Bears owner? Oh. Keeping Matt Eberflus as a coach? Some of these owners should not be owners at all. At all. Joe, I totally agree. They should have kept Fields. They were not using him right at all. At all. Would you rather play the Bucks or Rams? Ooh. Would I rather play the Bucks or the Rams? Ooh, Bucks or Rams? I'd probably go Rams because we already beat them once, but we haven't beat them. We haven't seen them with Cooper or Puka. Even when they came to Lambeau last year, I don't even think that they didn't even have Matthew Stafford playing. So when was the last time the Packers have seen a healthy Rams team with Stafford, Puka, and Kupp? Tell me that one. Rams because Baker torched us. Yup. Green Packers has the best owner. Exactly. Us, the fans. So, yeah. Anywho, we're going to beat the Bears. Bears not a threat. So, we should honestly just finish out 3-0 the rest of the day or the rest of the year. I'm just looking at my notes right now. But, yeah. Deep playoff push is coming up, guys. Literally. We have a deep playoff push coming up. Packers are looking good. They're going to make the playoffs. Now, how far are we going to go? First round, oof. Let's say right now we play, what are we, the 6th? So that means we would play, let me see here. So right now we would play the Buccaneers. The playoffs start today. We're going to Tampa. Who's picking? Yeesh. I don't want to go to Tampa. No. Not at all. I hope the Packers kick the Lions out the playoffs or the Eagles, one of the two. We're going to be 13-4 in Super Bowl. Hey, those are some great predictions, guys, but we got a tall task ahead, that's for sure. Now, upcoming stuff for the channel. Some of you guys know me. I'm YG. I do Packers videos. I interview a lot of the Packer players for fun. I do game day vlogs, do super fan house tours, all that stuff. But what we got on the channel come up is last year I promised ice fishing with AJ Dillon. Now, me and Packers running back AJ Dillon, we had a bond last year. You know, he would always answer my questions, and he was just a great guy. And we had a goal to get 10,000 likes on the video. We achieved that. And if we got 10,000 likes, he'd have to go ice fishing with me. So last year it couldn't happen because the weather was super warm. The ice didn't even form. But now we're a lot closer. And we got AJ Dillon coming out ice fishing with us. So I'm going to teach him how to jig a little bit, shoot a couple bush lights, ride a little UTV on the ice. It'll be a fun time. So we got that. I just dropped my video for who has the loudest weight room grunt, asking the Packer players that one. That just dropped. Check it out. It's my latest video on Wyatt G. Did you guys see the Brett Favre and that Jets guy all mad because he allowed potential sack to break his record for Michael Strahan? Man, that's such an old head thing to do. Literally, that man was on steroids. Why does it even matter? It doesn't even matter. But, anywho, besides that, honestly, thank you guys very much for tuning in. This is my first time doing this, so we just kind of threw it together on a whim. We're just trying it out for fun. You guys had a great engagement, so I'm really happy with it. If you guys have any other questions, comments, let me know right now. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this thing up, get back to the house. We got a snowstorm coming. We live here in Wisconsin, so it's not even Christmas, and, we just got a winter weather advisory. Depending where you live, you have 1 to 3 inches or 6 to 8. So make sure you guys are out there safe. Bundle up. It's playoff football coming up, guys. Let's go. But, yeah, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, got a lot of cool things coming up with YG. We'll be at the Saints game this weekend, Monday night, Lot 1. Make sure you guys check out all the fans there at Lot 1. It's wild. You can get food, beers, just tip people at their tents. Great people. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll be there Monday night. Let's go. I'll be there. Lot 1, guys. I don't know if I'm going to the stadium, but I'll be at Lot 1 for sure. Same thing with the Bears game. I'll be there. Bears game for sure. I'll be outside Lot 1, and I'll be in the stadium for sure. Otherwise, you guys can catch me at the Packers upcoming NFL draft. That's super exciting. So I'll be at the draft. I love the Brewers. I'll be at Brewers opening day versus the Royals somewhere in March. You guys can get a hold of me, Wyatt G, on Instagram. So make sure you go check out Wyatt G on Instagram. Just hit me up. See what you guys say. But yeah, otherwise, thank you all so much. First video. Keep up. Get a hold of me. We'll hang out, grab beer, talk Packers. Simple as that. Otherwise, thank you guys. Go Pack Go. Catch y'all on the next live, which should be our giveaway. Once we get to 5,000 subscribers, one of the lucky subscribers gets a Packers jersey from the Packers Pro Shop. So, see you guys on the next live. Go Pack Go.